afternoon. You're here with Wyatt Wrigley for the Dalby Market Report. Here at Dalby today we added just over 5,000 head of cattle. Market today all fully firm on the export cattle and feeder cattle. However, some of those lighter weaners were a fraction cheaper again. Bullocks today topped at 310 cents a kilo, which was about 5 better on a top, with a lot of those good bullocks around that 275 to 280 for an average. Your older steers with a few teeth back down around that 240 to 50. Which was all fairly similar on last week's sale. Cows today, the best of the cows got to 240 cents a kilo, which was probably 3 to 5 dearer on the top. A lot of your good fresh cows around that 215 to 25 on an average. In your store cows, not a lot of good store cows here, but anywhere from 170 to 180 cents for those better store cows. Bulls topped at 265 cents a kilo. A lot of those bulls are anywhere from 240 to 250. Heavy heifers, there's some grain-fed heifers here today, got to 270 cents a kilo. A lot around that 240 to 50 as well, which was all fairly firm. Feeder cattle, feeder steers are probably the biggest mover today. Could be 10 dearer on last week. Some Angus steers getting to 365 cents a kilo. A lot of your crossbred steers, the better end of the crossbred steers, sort of up around that 335 to 45. Any of your plainer cattle or smaller lines probably around that 320 to 25 here today. Trade feeder steers firm on last week, up around that 340 to 50 for an average on a lot of those better trade steers. Weaner steers, the weight was the key today. Anything that was sort of over 270 or 80 kilos was fairly strong, up around that 350 to 60, but as soon as you come off the weight back to around 200 250 kilos, it got a fair bit tougher, probably 10 to 20 cheaper again on those lighter cattle, with a lot of those sort of steers around that 260 to 280 if they were lesser quality and lighter, but really across your weaners across the whole, probably averaging anywhere between 290 and 310 today on your steer categories. Heifers, feeder heifers fairly strong, particularly with anything with a bit of weight. The best of your feeder heifers got to 340 today, but that was fairly isolated. A lot of those feeders anywhere in that 265 to 275 for an average there today. But yeah, like I said, the weight was the key. You come off your weight, it gets cheaper. The weaner heifers, same story. Anything over 280 kilos, up around that 260 to 280. But your lighter heifers were fairly a fair bit cheaper again today. So a lot of those 200 to 220, 30 kilo heifers, the better quality cattle and the better lines are around that 210 to 220. But very quickly, if they were a second-rate animal, had a bit of content, or just lighter and plainer in general, there are plenty of heifers down around 140 to 160 cents. So yeah, the weight was the key today. The good heavy cattle sold very well in Deidre, but some of those lighter cattle, were getting tougher throughout the day. Anyway, that's your market report. We'll see you next week.